welcome to the first video sequence of the 6 Pacific series. As I explained in the introduction, we're going to be working with energy movements, and in this session we will be working with the downward movement called Apana. The seat, the realm of Apana is the pelvis and the legs. So we will be working a lot about on having mobility on pelvis and legs. We also will be working on applying Mula Bandha. You already know what that is because you have been practicing with me. So sometimes there is too much energy moving down, and then Mula Bandha helps us control, regulate the amount of energy that we're losing, so we're just really only letting go of what we need to get rid of and not other things. We will also be playing a little bit with gravity, yeah? Finding the alignment where gravity is at our favor and trying to recover our balance as soon as we lose it. So understand a little bit how the body weight works and how this force that exists, which is a downward force, is affecting this body, and how can we play with it. When we play with gravity, we need to know where are the big weights in our body, and the big weights in our body are the head, the chest, and the pelvis. Yeah? As soon as I bring the head forward, my whole body wants to fall. Yeah? Same with the chest, same with the pelvis. So those are the big weights. Just for you to know. Let's start with the practice. So we will start laying down on the ground. So start with your regular Shavasana, but then bend the knees, feet flat on the ground. Reposition the pelvis so it's super comfortable. The lower back needs to be really comfortable, always. And then let go of the shoulders. One hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. And then simply connect with the movement of the breath and allow the body to relax towards the ground. There is no tension in your legs, in your thighs, in your hip joints. Okay. Now I would like you to feel the weight of your pelvis resting on top of the sacrum. Feel the heaviness, the amount of weight you feel on the sacrum. And let it happen. Allow for the downward movement to be present. So you are not fighting it, you're totally letting go. You are on the ground. You can do that. And then observe the weight of your chest, resting on top of your shoulder blades and the space in between shoulder blades and the lower ribs. Feel the weight and let go. It's okay to let go. That's what today's practice is about. Surrendering, letting go, allowing for this downward movement to exist. And now feel the weight of the head resting on your occipital. Feel the heaviness of the head and let go. You don't have to hold it. You have the ground supporting you. The ground gives you the primal support that you need in order to let go. Great, now spread your arms in an angle next to your head. I want Make sure that the hands are on the ground, and then spread the feet the width of your mat and simply move the knees to left and right. Windshield wiper with the knees. But do it without control. You don't want to do a movement that it's controlled. You bring it up and then you bring it down. The down movement, it's a falling movement. The legs just fall. And then because you let go, there is a lot of things happening in the rest of the body. So keep a relaxed tone that allows for the movement to be in your body without so much control. You just need to bring the legs up. But then the legs falling to the opposite side, you don't need to do anything, gravity is there. And then when you start playing with gravity, you can soften the body and new things arise. It's easier to feel where the limitation of movement is, and also it's also easier to overcome limitations of movement. So play more here. You know that I like playing. Okay, start the movement, pick up the legs and sit up. And then sit cross-legged as usually. Change the crossing of the legs and then roll the pelvis until you find the pelvis positioned upright. Not tilting forward, not tilting backwards, just upright, which allows for a nice lengthening of the spine. Soft hands on the knees, drop the shoulders, and now root yourself through the sitting bones. The pelvis and the legs are the ones rooting you down. The downward movement is happening there. Beautiful. And now from this nice rooting, rounding, downward sensation, allow for the spine to rise, creating space, finding this other really nice movement that it's always there, which is prana, the upward movement. And direct it from the top of the head up. Now shoulders down, hands relax. And then feel the breath. And feel the two forces that move you. Downward and upward. And in between, the breath is happening. And there is a lot of space. Beautiful. Fold forward. All the forward bends are enhancing Apana. Downward movement. So just let go, surrender. Inhale, head up and walk to the right, and same, fold, surrender, let go. Try not to be in control, just go to the posture and then let go. Inhale, move towards the left and fall on your left thigh. And again, try not to be in control, simply surrender. Inhale up, back to center, roll up. Let's do a nice side opening. Roll the shoulder down, lengthen the left arm and move to the side. Opening, breathing into the left side. And then inhale up and change sides. And then breathing into the right side, lengthening. Good. Okay, root down again, root down, interlace the fingers, stretch your arms and then arms up. Remember, a really long spine. So let's first concentrate on the downward movement. The pelvis is rooting. That is actually helping the lengthening of the lower back. Yeah, lengthening the lower back. The sacrum is kind of also rooting. And then keep this, keep the rooting, keep the downward movement, and send the palms as high up as you can. as high up as you can, making yourself taller. Feel the upward movement. Prana Apana working together. Beautiful. Now bring the arms down and simply go to all fours on your hands and knees. Perfect alignment, shoulders falling on top of your wrists, hips on top of your knees. Spread the fingers. Today the movement will start on the pelvis, so you roll the pelvis, pubic bone towards the knees, and then that creates a wave in your spine, arching and chin up. Again, the movement starts in your pelvis, rolling the opposite direction, and then the spine rounds and the head drops in between your hands. Start the movement in your pelvis. Inhale, the wave go all the way to the head, and then start the movement in the pelvis, and then exhale, and the wave again finds its way to the head. Pelvis. Inhale and pelvis. Exhale. Now, are you playing with Mula Bandha? Keep Mula Bandha activated all the time. Pelvis and inhale, and pelvis and exhale with the awareness of the movement starting in your pelvis. Last one. Beautiful. Now bring the hands farther to the front, and then Adho Mukha, exhaling. Remember to bend the knees if you need to. Roll the shoulders out, lengthen the spine, push with the hands against the ground, sacrum up towards the sky. A lot of space in your spine. Today, the breath. Inhale, hands to sacrum. Exhale, sacrum to heels. Inhale, hands to sacrum. And exhale, sacrum to heels. In, hands, sacrum. Ex, sacrum, heels. In, hands, sacrum. Ex, sacrum, heels. Keep on breathing like that. Beautiful. Now shift to plank. Shoulders right on top of your hands and pull the heels back. Here the pelvis is so heavy that some of you will find the pelvis falling down, but that's not what we want. Engage the abdomen, engage the pelvic floor, and keep the pelvis in line with shoulders and heels. And feel the power. That's samana, samana in action. That's the third energy. We will be doing it in the third sequence. Beautiful. Again, go back, and then the breath from the hands to the sacrum and from the sacrum to the heels. Once more. Plank. Shoulders right on top of your hands. Feel the weight of your pelvis. Don't let it drop. And now bring the knee right under your hip. So you create a nice line, and then open the back foot perpendicular. Look, just open the back foot perpendicular. It's not here, it's not there, it's right in line with the other foot. Now, as you can see, the body is kind of falling backwards, out of alignment. That doesn't help me when I want to play with gravity. So bring the back in line with your pelvis, and then left arm up. Create a lot of space in between hands. If the alignment is right, the body feels super light. That's the thing about playing with gravity. When you align in the right way, the body feels super light. Here, there is a lot of effort to keep the posture. But here, there is almost no effort at all. So find the alignment, find the lightness. So when the downward movement is flowing nicely through the body, you feel light, which is actually the quality of the other movement, the upward movement. Beautiful. Now bring the Let's do the other leg, left leg. And then remember, you want to find the good alignment. The pelvis is heavy. If your body is sticking out, then you will have to make a big effort to stay here. But if you manage to bring the butt right on top of your knee, then you might feel the body light. If you pull the right hand up, that also helps, you know, upward movement, creating a sense of lightness. Beautiful, and then there is the breath. Yeah, good. Bring the hand down and then Adho Mukha again, the same breath. Hands to sacrum, exhaling sacrum to heels. Good. Now the knees go to the ground, feet together, and then move back on your toes, back on your toes. Today we're going to find the perfect alignment again, shoulders, hips, ground. Good. With the hands in the heart. But here we're going to play with the heels. The idea is to challenge the balance, feeling always the downward movement, the effect of gravity in the body. So heels up on top of the toes, and then heels lower, yeah? The heels on top of the toes, and then the heels lower. It's okay if you fall. You're here to explore, to play. You will see me falling more than once these days. Beautiful. Last one. Good. And then hands on the ground for Uttanasana. Here, Apana in action, downward movement. Simply allow gravity to pull the body down. Slide bend on your knees and do nothing but surrender to the forces, the downward forces. And let the body open up. Nothing for you to do, just remain present and feel. We will inhale, rolling up, roll up, all the way up to Tadasana, the mountain. Feel the base, feel the downward movement. Close your eyes. Today it's all about feeling that movement, the downward movement. Beautiful. Open your eyes, top of the mat. Let's bring up a little bit more heat, more energy. We're going to do a round of sun salutations. We're going to focus on feeling the ground all the time, as much as we can. Connect with the downward sensation, yeah? Inhale up, and then exhale, fall. Inhale, right leg far, knee down, drop the pelvis, let it be heavy. Hold for plank, and then knees, chest, chin down to the ground. Inhale, pelvis down, legs down, but the chest goes up. And then exhale, Adho Mukha. Inhale, right to the front, pelvis is heavy. And then exhale, left to the front. Inhale, seat, lengthen the spine all the way up. And then exhale, namaste, again, in and fold. Left leg, heavy pelvis in. Hold for plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Cobra inhaling. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Inhale, left to the front. Inhale, sit, lengthen up. And namaste. Bring the arms down, Tadasana, soft here, nothing to do. Just feel. Good, open your eyes, and then, we're gonna play with the balance a little bit, but let's start by doing a beautiful new posture, yeah? So you stand on both feet, and then bending the right leg a little bit, you will bring the left leg at the back and go as far to the right as you can. You want to go far as you can. Go, 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 go. Okay, when you feel you cannot go any farther, then go to the center, bending the back leg, and then expand again. Feel the downward movement, going down, and then expand again. And then feel the downward movement. And once more. This time we're gonna sit. See if you can sit all the way down. Sitting, 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 sitting. And now let's go back and expand. Beautiful. Now, let's move out of the posture and stay in balance on the right leg. So, there you go. Throw the leg up and forward. And then bring the leg down. And feel the downward movement. Pelvis and legs. And let's do the other side. So, the left leg bending. The right leg moving towards the left as far as you can. Go far, 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 far. Okay, when you cannot go any farther, folding and opening. Move with your breath. Exhale, fold and close. Inhale, open. And then open. Once more. Go low. And then open. Now let's go all the way down, all the way down. Sit, 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 sit. Yeah, and see if you can go whoop, up. And now stretch the leg, stretch the leg. Good. Now in balance. This is the first time I do it, as you can see. Whoop. Okay. Let's do it again. That's what the expiration has. I'm here. And I want to go on my left leg, holding the weight. There you go. Beautiful. Now stretch the leg up. And then bring it down. Yeah. We're going to keep on playing with gravity a little bit more. Feeling the downward movement, moving in and out of the downward movement, and playing with the weight of the body. So how? Stay on the right foot. And then bring the left leg up. And you want to kind of kick everywhere, as far as you can, all around, and keep the balance. Yeah? Okay, that looks quite easy. You want to challenge your balance. Okay, what happens if you go to your tiptoes, and then you challenge your balance again? That's way more difficult. Bring it up. Bring it up. Beautiful. Okay, close your eyes and now feel. Grounding. And then it's so easy to stay on both feet without any effort. Great, let's do the other leg. So, let's start with the flat foot. Knee up. And then you want to challenge the balance. So you want to go as far as you can. Whoops. Okay, that's quite easy. Let's go with being on the toes. And then again, you might want to move slowlier. Another try. much in control. Beautiful. Now spread your eyes, open your eyes, spread your legs. Outside of your feet parallel. So as I said, pelvis and legs are where Apana sits. And I want you to feel this nice triangle. Yeah? All that space is your base, and it's what allows you to let go of wherever you don't need. Inhale, arms up. When you feel that, the power of letting go, then there is so much space for freedom. And the freedom, you want to feel it there, from the waist up. Also in your arms. Now open the right foot, bend the right leg, always in direction to your toes. Feel the power in between your legs. And the breath, the freedom that comes when you feel a stable, supporting downward movement. Day to challenge yourself to a much lower posture. Let's do it. So spread the feet wider. Good. Now bring the feet a little bit closer so you can turn, both feet pointing towards the front foot. Yeah? And then the pelvis is square, you have closed your hips, lower back is happy, and then here again, downward movement. Go with the pelvis as low as you can. Try not to bend the back leg or not too much, but make sure that the lower back is happy. Shoulders in line with your hips. Open the palms, open the chest, open the chin, and then feel the power in your legs. Feel the power of the downward movement, and feel that upward movement that springs out of it. Beautiful. Now straight legs, and then fall down, Prasarita Padottanasana, and just let go. If the hands are flat on the ground, you will bring them in between your feet, shoulder distance apart. And then if the hands are flat here, you will bring the head in between the hands. Now slowly roll up. Good. Let's do the other side. So open the left leg. Let's start with a nice distance between feet. And then inhale, arms up, soft freedom. And then remember, the freedom comes. It's possible because there is a nice support and downward movement. So feel the power in between your legs. And then turn the gaze and look over the left hand. If that feels comfortable, you might want to spread the feet wider and go lower in your posture today. Beautiful. Now the feet get a little bit closer, and then you turn. Closing the pelvis, squaring your hips, and then rolling the pelvis so the lower back is happy, allowing for the pelvis to fall down towards the ground as low as you can without bending the back leg, and then shoulders in line with your hips, open the shoulders, open the palms, open the chin. Feel the downward movement. and the upward movement that springs out of it. And you could also move a little bit with the breath. I like to do this to feel that kind of elasticity that comes with those energy movements. Good. This time the back foot goes to the front, and then Tadasana, and feel. Great. Now spread the legs. Malasana. Obviously this is a downward posture. It's so obvious, I don't even have to explain it. Some of you will be heels off the ground and then the hands in between your legs. Those of you who are with the heels on the ground, please hands together, and then the hands go to the sternum and the elbows are spreading the knees. And now you lengthen the spine. And you feel yourself deeply rooted, not only through your feet, but also through your pelvis. And then the breath. Beautiful. Now go down to the ground, stretch the legs. Let's go for Paschimottanasana. So you could bend the knees up a little bit to allow the pelvis to roll. Inhale, arms up. And then rolling the pelvis, go as far as you can. Grab wherever you can. And then inhale, lengthen the spine, sending the head farther forward. And then drop down. And then the chest really heavy, falling towards the thighs. And the head really heavy, falling towards the knees or the legs. And then deep breaths here, simply surrendering. This is a posture where the only thing you have to do is to let go. No resistance. Simply surrender. Giving it all to the posture. Allowing gravity to pull the body from the waist to the head, down towards the ground. Now inhale, arms up, lengthen as much as you can, and then bring the arms down, the hands right at the level of your hips. Now feel the pelvis rooting down, you're pushing the ground with your hands, and that pushing the ground with the hands allows for this upward movement. So out of the Apana, downward energy, springs prana, upward energy. One, it's not possible without the other. And then when those two are balanced, there is a strong power in your abdomen. This is samana, the power in you. Beautiful. Relax the effort, and then the hands together under your back, as close to your feet as possible. Shoulder blades kissing, forearms on the ground, and then push with the forearms against the ground and open the chest. Find a beautiful alignment, shoulders, elbows, and then the head drops. So the weight of the chest is on your arms, and the weight of the head is just moving down towards the ground. And that creates a nice opening. And then there is the breath in your ribcage. A couple more. Beautiful. And now head up, roll down, all the way down. Knees to the chest. Spread the knees. Happy baby. If you can't reach the feet, go for the ankles or the shin bones or the calves. Shoulders relax. Here, look at the alignment. The foot on top of the knee and then falling straight down to the ground, downward movement, yeah? But if my feet are here, then I'm not helping the opening of the hips, which is the aim of the posture. Here, gravity is assisting me in opening the hips. I don't need to put pressure. It's just happening because of gravity. Soft breath, softening it off so the pelvis, the hips can open. Feel gravity assisting you in the posture. Be aware of the downward movement. And then allow for the pelvis to also get closer to the ground, sacrum. Also the back of the neck and the shoulders. Good. And then bring the knees to the chest. We're going to do an inversion, but today it will be Viparita Karana. It's more like a V shape than a straight shape. It's a V shape. So kick with your legs. The hands go to your pelvis. Elbows closer together. What we want here is the weight of the pelvis resting on the hands. Hands to elbows, elbows to the ground. And then the feet are more or less right above my head. Close your eyes, connect with the breath. Again, this is one of these postures that when you find the good alignment, there is no effort. Simply the pelvis rests on the hands on the elbows, and the elbows are supported by the ground. So there is no effort. A lot of times playing with gravity or the downward movement, it helps you finding this effortless practice. Beautiful. Now, knees together and send the knees towards the forehead. Send the knees towards the forehead. Connect with the breath. And we will move out of this posture by rolling all the way to sitting position. Yeah? In just one movement, all the way to sitting position. Cross-legged. Let's go. Shoot. Beautiful. Position the body upright. Right hand at the back. Left hand outside of the thigh. Lengthen. Rooting from the pelvis, lengthen, and then go for the spinal twist. Look far. Over the right shoulder. And then lengthen to undo the posture and change the hands. Lengthen again, rooting from the pelvis. Apply Mula Bandha, and then twist and look over the left shoulder. Far. Good. And then back to center. I would like you to finish the session with me, sitting in Vajrasana. What we're looking for here is a really long spine, where the pelvis is well positioned. The sacrum has a tendency to fall to the ground in between your feet. The sitting bones are connected to the heels. And from this nice base, then we can find space and move upwards. And then there is just the breath. So you're really sitting, you're this heavy weight. From waist up, you can find space. We don't want this happening. We don't want the spine to arch. Stay here for longer, or you can go to the second practice, or you can just go to your regular Shavasana and do a longer relaxation. Thank you very much. Namaste.